The nutritional landscape of your life has likely been built on a single, unwavering foundation that vegetables are the ultimate symbol of health and longevity. For decades, the message from the medical community and public health experts has been consistent that as long as it is green, leafy, or plucked from the earth, it is doing your body a world of good. And for the first half of your life, this was largely an absolute truth. During your 20s, 30s, and even your 50s, your body possessed a metabolic flexibility and a robust digestive resilience that could process almost any plant-based compound with ease. But as you cross the threshold of 60, profound and often invisible shift occurs within your internal biology. The very foods that once fueled your vitality can begin to act as silent architects of your decline. We are entering a phase of life where the rules of nutrition are rewritten by the realities of aging. At this stage, your physiological baseline is changing in ways that impact how you interact with your plate. Blood circulation naturally begins to lose its youthful vigor. Chronic inflammation often starts to simmer in the background, and the efficiency of your nutrient absorption begins to tank. This is the moment when the betrayal begins. Suddenly, certain vegetables that were once your allies stop helping and start hurting. Some of these common ingredients carry the hidden potential to spike your blood sugar to levels that damage delicate tissues. Others contain natural defense chemicals designed to ward off insects. But in an aging human body, they can inflame the gut lining and irritate the nervous system. Perhaps most terrifying is the fact that a few specific vegetables can even attack the fragile blood vessels that feed your brain and your legs. Over time, this cumulative, silent damage manifests in ways that many seniors simply dismiss as a natural part of getting older. You might notice that your memory feels a bit cloudier than it used to, or that your legs feel heavy and tired after only a short walk. You might experience a creeping sense of imbalance or a strange numbness in your feet. These are not just inevitable signs of the clock ticking. They are often the direct results of poor circulation, nerve interference, and systemic inflammation triggered by the very vegetables sitting in your kitchen right now. A shocking study published in the Journal of Gerontology highlighted this exact phenomenon, finding that specific vegetables consumed weekly by millions of seniors were linked to faster declines in both mobility and memory. The danger is not found in exotic or unusual foods, but in the staples of the American diet. This realization is not meant to cause panic, but to serve as a vital wake-up call with real, actionable solutions. For every vegetable that you may need to cut back on to protect your joints and nerves, there is another power vegetable ready to build you back up and restore your independence. We are going to reveal 3 specific vegetables that you should consider avoiding immediately if you care about the strength of your legs, the clarity of your mind, and your ability to live without the fear of dangerous falls. Conversely, we will explore 3 restorative vegetables that can help improve your circulation, protect your nervous system, and keep you moving with confidence as the years go by. This is not about following a trendy diet or a marketing gimmick. This is about understanding the science of the aging body and using real, evidence-backed advice to stay sharp, strong, and steady. We are going to look at how the white potato acts as a glycemic time bomb for your vascular system. We will examine the solenin content in eggplants that can sabotage your joint health. We will uncover the hidden lectins in green bell peppers that may be irritating your gut and clouding your focus. Then, we will pivot to the solutions. You will learn why carrots are a secret line of defense for your vision and balance. We will discuss the power of broccoli and its unique compound, sulforaphane, which acts as a cellular warrior against inflammation. Finally, we will dive into why spinach is a precision weapon for blood flow and brain-to-muscle communication. By the end of this journey, you will no longer be eating by habit. You will be eating with the precision and purpose required to protect your future. It is time to reclaim your strength, one bite at a time. As we dive into the specific foods that can compromise your vitality, we must start with a vegetable that has become a staple of nearly every dinner table in the Western world. It is the most consumed vegetable in many countries. Yet for those over 60, it represents one of the most misleading and destructive items hiding in plain sight: the white potato. While we have been taught that potatoes are a natural, whole food, the biological reality is that white potatoes are nutritional imposters. For a body that is 60 or older, these tubers act as a glycemic time bomb. The chemistry is simple but devastating. White potatoes break down into sugar at lightning speed once they enter your system, flooding your bloodstream and triggering massive spikes in glucose followed by sudden draining crashes. This sugar roller coaster does far more than just affect your energy levels. It wreaks havoc on your blood vessels, lighting a fire of systemic inflammation that spreads throughout your entire body. In the aging body, this inflammation hits the hardest in the most vulnerable areas, the tiniest blood vessels in your feet, legs, and brain. When these micro vessels are chronically inflamed, it chokes off the very circulation required to keep your tissues healthy. Over time, this lack of blood flow slows down critical nerve signals and sets the stage for a host of mobility issues, including numbness, painful cramps, cold limbs, and terrifying balance problems that lead to falls. Consider the case of Tommy, a 76-year-old retired truck driver who illustrates this metabolic trap perfectly. For decades, Tommy relied on a nightly bowl of mashed potatoes as his primary comfort food. He believed he could not give them up, but as he aged, he began to notice troubling changes: stiff knees every morning, feet that felt like heavy blocks of ice, and a creeping fear of falling whenever he had to navigate stairs. Like many seniors, Tommy blamed these symptoms on the inevitable process of old age, unaware that his diet was the silent saboteur. Night after night, those white potatoes, often prepared with butter and cream, were fueling the inflammation that was stealing his stability and sabotaging his circulation. Beyond the sugar spike, there is another reason white potatoes fail the senior body. Their pale flesh is nearly void of antioxidants, which are your body's first line of defense against the cellular damage and accelerated aging that occurs after 60. Furthermore, when potatoes are paired with common toppings like cheese, sour cream, or bacon bits, you are adding saturated fats and excess salt into the mix. This combination puts immense pressure on your heart and further degrades the health of your blood vessels. The impact of removing this single food can be transformative. when Tommy made the simple switch from mashed potatoes to steamed broccoli. The results were evident within just 2 weeks. He reported significantly less stiffness, improved blood flow to his extremities, and a newfound confidence in every step he took. This is not about the misery of giving up comfort food. It is about choosing a form of comfort that actually protects your independence. Every time you reach for a spoonful of white potatoes, you must ask yourself if that bite is helping your legs stay strong or slowly making them weaker. To understand the full scope of this vascular damage, we have to look at how high blood sugar interacts with proteins in your blood to form advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds literally caramelize your tissues, making your arteries stiff and your nerves less responsive. For a senior, the margin for error with glucose management is much smaller than it was in youth. According to clinical data from the American Diabetes Association, even non-diabetic seniors often experience post-meal glucose spikes that are high enough to cause nerve irritation. When you choose a high glycemic vegetable like the white potato, you are forcing your pancreas and your vascular system to work overtime at a stage in life when they need support, not extra stress. Replacing the white potato does not mean you have to lose the satisfaction of a hearty meal. Options like cauliflower mash or roasted root vegetables like parsnips offer a much lower glycemic impact while providing the fiber and micronutrients that support gut health. By making this one change, you are effectively putting out the fire of inflammation in your lower limbs. You are allowing your blood to flow more freely, ensuring that your nerves receive the oxygen they need to fire accurately. This is the first step in ensuring that your legs remain a reliable foundation for your mobility for years to come. While the glycemic impact of the white potato poses a clear threat to your circulation, there is another vegetable with a glowing reputation that may be secretly irritating your joints and frying your nerves from the inside out. We are talking about eggplant, a prominent member of the infamous nightshade family. This botanical group includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes, and it is a family often linked to creeping inflammation and persistent pain. While younger bodies might handle these vegetables just fine, for aging adults over 60, something fundamental changes. Your tolerance drops. And suddenly, what used to be a healthy addition to your diet becomes hazardous to your mobility. The root of this problem comes down to a toxic natural compound called solanine. This is a chemical that plants produce naturally to ward off insects and predators, acting as a built-in defense mechanism. However, in the human body, especially one that is 60 or older, solanine can become a slow-burning irritant. It strikes furthest in the areas where you are already most vulnerable: your joints, your nerves, and your blood vessels. The danger presented by eggplant is not dramatic or explosive. It is a form of slow sabotage. You do not feel a sudden burst of pain after eating it. Instead, you wake up the next morning and your knees feel inexplicably swollen. Your legs feel like they are dragging, and navigating the stairs becomes a grueling challenge. For many seniors, these symptoms are misinterpreted as the body simply getting weaker with age. In reality, your body feels like it is fighting you because solanine is igniting low-grade inflammation that lingers in the background day after day. The terrifying part of this dietary habit is how ubiquitous eggplant has become. Whether it is roasted, grilled, or stewed, It slides onto your plate without warning, and you may not even realize it has become a regular guest at your table. Beyond the flavor, eggplant may be interfering with the vital signals traveling between your brain and your legs. This interference translates to slower reflexes and wobblier balance, creating a dangerous delay when your foot needs to catch your step to prevent a fall. This physical decline quickly begins to mess with your confidence. When you stop trusting your body, you start saying no to outings, avoiding stares, and pulling back from the life you love. But you can take back control of this situation. You do not necessarily have to ban all nightshades forever. But if you are currently experiencing joint stiffness, nerve tingling, or balance issues, try removing eggplant from your diet for just a few weeks to see how your body responds. Many seniors who take this step report less swelling, easier movement, steadier steps, and even more mental clarity just by cutting out this one specific food. Fortunately, you won't be left without delicious, nutrient-rich options. Vegetables like zucchini, carrots, bok choy, cauliflower, and various leafy greens are anti-inflammatory powerhouses that support your body instead of dragging it down. This dietary shift is not about living in fear. It is about precision. It is about choosing foods that protect your freedom, support your daily energy, and keep you fully engaged with your family and hobbies. Scientific reviews in the Journal of Inflammation Research suggest that for a significant percentage of the aging population, the reduction of solanine-heavy foods leads to a measurable decrease in C-reactive protein levels, a key marker of systemic inflammation. By identifying these hidden triggers, you are giving your joints the chance to heal and your nervous system the space to communicate effectively, ensuring you stay mobile and independent well into your 80s and 90s. While many focus on sugar or nightshades, there is another common vegetable with a squeaky, clean reputation that may be secretly stealing your strength. It is crisp, colorful, and looks entirely innocent in your salad or stir-fry. But we are talking about the green bell pepper. You have likely seen it thousands of times because it is cheap and crunchy, appearing in everything from veggie platters to morning omelets. However, beneath that fresh green skin lies a hidden threat known as lectins. These are natural proteins that plants use as a defense mechanism to ward off insects. Inside a body over 60, these lectins can quietly become destructive saboteurs. The danger of lectins is that they do not simply sit quietly in your gut. Instead, they latch onto the lining of your intestines like microscopic glue. This process blocks nutrient absorption, irritates your digestive wall, and can even pry open tiny cracks in your gut lining. This silent breach allows toxins and undigested particles to slip directly into your bloodstream, causing your immune system to sense an invasion. The result is a war within your body that creates low-grade inflammation lingering deep in your joints, nerves, and organs. What makes this particularly dangerous for seniors is that the symptoms are incredibly sneaky. You might experience a little ankle stiffness in the morning, a touch of fogginess when you stand up, or a strange sense of imbalance that you mistakenly brush off as a normal part of getting older. But in many cases, it is not your age that is the problem. It is your lunch. There is a shocking twist to this vegetable. Green peppers are actually just immature versions of red, yellow, and orange peppers, because they have not fully ripened. They contain significantly higher levels of lectins and far fewer antioxidants. By choosing the green version, you are getting more of what might be harming you and less of the protection your body needs. Cooking only slightly destroys these lectins, and since most people eat green peppers raw or barely cooked, the potential for irritation remains high. If you suffer from gut issues, brain fog, or creaky joints, I recommend a simple test. Cut out green bell peppers for 2 to 3 weeks and listen to your body. Many find that their bloating vanishes, their balance improves, and their thinking becomes clearer. This is not a coincidence. It is your body providing feedback that the inflammation is subsiding. Fortunately, you do not have to give up peppers entirely to protect your health. Red, yellow, and orange bell peppers are your allies because they are fully ripened. These mature versions are much richer in vitamin C and beta-carotene, making them far gentler on your digestive system. They taste sweeter and provide nourishment that heals rather than inflames. The bottom line is that you should not fear food, but you must not blindly trust it either. By learning how these specific vegetables affect your biology after 60, you can choose what strengthens your body instead of what sabotages your independence. Up next, we will move away from the dangers and uncover the power vegetables that can restore your balance, clarity, and confidence as we transition from the vegetables that may hinder your progress. We must focus on the secret lines of defense that can actively restore your vitality. For anyone over the age of 60, carrots are not just a colorful side dish. They are a critical tool for maintaining your vision, your balance, and your long-term independence. The importance of this vegetable starts with your eyes, as the risk of macular degeneration increases significantly as the years go by. This condition occurs when the retina begins to break down, making it increasingly difficult to read, drive, or even recognize the faces of your loved ones. It is a process that often sneaks in slowly, stealing your vision right from under you. However, carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient is one of the most critical factors in keeping your eyes sharp, particularly when navigating in dim light. Scientific evidence shows that diets rich in beta-carotene can actually slow the progression of macular decline, giving you more time to interact with the world clearly and confidently. But the benefits of carrots go much deeper than just eyesight. They extend to your nervous system and the microvessels in your legs and feet. These are the areas most vulnerable to poor circulation and nerve damage as you age. Inside the body, oxidative stress attacks from the inside out, weakening nerve signals and damaging the capillaries that provide oxygen to your limbs. This damage makes your movements slower, shakier, and less certain. The antioxidants found in carrots fight back against this process, preserving the critical communication between your brain and your muscles. This translates to steadier walking, sharper reflexes, and significantly fewer stumbles on stairs or uneven ground. When your nerves are firing properly, you do not hesitate or second-guess every step. You move through your day with a sense of purpose and poise. Furthermore, the vitamin provided by carrots plays a key role in supporting your immune system, which naturally begins to weaken after 60. A simple daily habit, such as a bowl of steamed carrots, helps reinforce your body's natural shield effectively. However, your preparation strategy matters. Boiling carrots is not ideal because it can wash away the very nutrients you need. Instead, steaming keeps those antioxidants intact. Even better, roasting them with a touch of olive oil is recommended, as healthy fats help your body absorb more of that precious beta-carotene. It is important to avoid deep frying or overcooking them, as excessive heat can destroy the nutrients. One of the best parts about carrots is that they are affordable, easy to store, and available all year long. You do not need expensive powders or rare berries from across the globe to protect your health. Sometimes the smartest superfood has been sitting in your kitchen the whole time. If you are surprised that something as simple as a carrot could have such a powerful impact on your vision, balance, and immune strength, the next vegetable on our list takes these defensive capabilities even further. When we look for a vegetable that is not just healthy, but actively defensive for the senior body, we must look to the humble broccoli. Most people realize it is a good choice, but they often fail to understand that broccoli acts as a cellular shield for your legs, brain, joints, and heart against the silent destruction caused by aging. At the heart of this defensive power is a unique compound called sulforaphane. This is not just another standard antioxidant. Sulforaphane is a cellular warrior that is found specifically in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, and it works by activating your body's natural detoxification systems. It effectively shuts down inflammation before it can spread, protects your neurons, relaxes your blood vessels, and fights the oxidative stress that weakens your muscles and fogs your mind. This is critical because inflammation is the hidden enemy of aging, serving as the driver behind high blood pressure, joint pain, memory loss, and chronic fatigue. Sulforaphane fights all of these issues from the inside out. Additionally, broccoli delivers a potent combination of vitamin K, calcium, and fiber. This trio works in harmony to strengthen your bones, keep your arteries flexible, and support smooth digestion. Unlike white potatoes that spike your blood sugar and choke your circulation, broccoli stabilizes your system, calms inflammation, and promotes healing. The benefits go even deeper into your cognitive health, as broccoli is a true brain food rich in antioxidants and folate. It helps to sharpen your mental clarity, accelerate your nerve signals, and enhance your reflexes, effectively wiping away the brain fog that many seniors struggle with. By improving these neural connections, it helps your legs move more accurately and your mind stay clear. Broccoli protects you from the very things we fear as we age. Blood sugar crashes are avoided, silent inflammation is neutralized, and poor nutrient absorption is corrected. However, the way you prepare this vegetable is vital to unlocking its benefits. Boiling broccoli until it is soft and mushy destroys the sulforaphane you need. To ensure you get the maximum benefit, you should lightly steam it or give it a very quick saute in olive oil. This method preserves the beneficial compounds and boosts your body's ability to absorb them. If you are serious about reclaiming your strength, boosting your circulation, and keeping your mind razor-sharp as you age, broccoli should be a permanent fixture in your diet. While broccoli is incredibly powerful, the final vegetable on our list takes these protective benefits to an entirely different level for those over 60. In a clinical context, researchers have found that the NRF2 pathway, which is activated by sulforaphane, is one of the most important pathways for longevity in humans. By regularly consuming broccoli, you are essentially turning on a genetic switch that tells your cells to protect themselves against the rigors of aging. This is especially important for the vascular health of your legs, where the blood must fight gravity to return to the heart. Flexible arteries and low inflammation, both supported by broccoli, are the keys to avoiding the heavy, tired leg syndrome that plagues so many in their later years. By making broccoli a cornerstone of your meals, you are investing in a future where you remain mobile, clear-headed, and vibrant. When we discuss the ultimate precision weapon for senior health, we are talking about spinach. You have likely heard that it is healthy your entire life, but for the body over 60, spinach transcends being a simple side dish. It becomes a vital tool against poor circulation, slow brain signals, and weakening muscle response. The secret to its transformative power lies in its high concentration of natural nitrates. These plant-based compounds work to expand your blood vessels, effectively flooding your brain and legs with oxygen-rich blood. When this happens, your entire physiological system receives an upgrade, resulting in sharper reflexes, smoother movements, and the stronger steps necessary for maintaining balance. This is a critical distinction because most falls do not occur simply because your legs are weak. They happen because your brain cannot send signals to your muscles fast enough to correct a stumble. Spinach helps restore that critical connection, turning a delayed reaction into fast, fluid motion. Beyond circulation and motor control, spinach is packed with two rare antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are specifically targeted toward protecting your central vision by nourishing the macula, the part of the eye responsible for detail, depth perception, and focus. As macular degeneration becomes a greater threat with age, spinach allows you to fight back, helping you stay clear-eyed, connected, and in control of your surroundings. The benefits of this leafy green extend even further, fueling your mood, nerves, and bones by delivering folate for mental clarity, magnesium for muscle function, and vitamin K to keep your frame strong. In essence, while spinach helps you walk better, it also helps you think faster and live bolder. To reap these rewards, you must be careful not to boil it to death, as excessive heat destroys the very nutrients your body requires. Instead, lightly sautéing it in olive oil or tossing a handful into a morning smoothie is recommended to preserve the antioxidants and maximize absorption. You do not need a mountain of it to see results. Just one small handful a day can dramatically upgrade your coordination and strength. Consider the story of Eleanor, a 68-year-old retired teacher who found her steps becoming increasingly uncertain and her vision blurring in the evenings. She feared this was merely the inevitable decline of aging. However, after adding just one small handful of spinach to her daily routine, either in a smoothie or lightly sautéed, she noticed a profound difference within 10 days. She could stand without swaying, her legs felt lighter, and her confidence returned. She eventually walked to the park alone for the first time in months without fear. This transformation did not come from a pill, but from a vegetable that has been underestimated for far too long. By incorporating spinach, you are choosing a future where you remain mobile and independent. Now that we have uncovered the specific vegetables that can either sabotage or support your vitality. It is time to realize that the food on your plate is actively shaping your future. Some of these common choices are quietly draining your strength, blurring your mind, and robbing you of the stability you need to stay independent. Others are rebuilding you bite by bite, defending your legs, your vision, and your freedom. This journey is not about living in a state of fear, but rather a state of heightened awareness. Once you understand how your body responds to specific foods after the age of 60, you can stop eating out of simple habit and start eating with a clear, life-saving purpose. You do not need a radical or restrictive diet, nor do you need to rely on miracle pills to maintain your health. What you need is knowledge and precision. By making small, powerful decisions every single day, you create a compounding effect that protects your body against the traditional markers of aging. Remember the simple steps we have discussed. Replace the glycemic burden of white potatoes with the anti-inflammatory power of broccoli. Swap out the irritating solenin in eggplant for the eye-protecting nutrients in carrots, and trade the lectin-heavy green bell peppers for the nitrate-rich, circulation-boosting leaves of spinach. These changes are practical, relatable, and easy to apply to your daily life. By choosing to steam your vegetables rather than boiling them, and by pairing them with healthy fats like olive oil, you ensure that your body absorbs the maximum amount of protective antioxidants. This is your blueprint for a life of mobility and clarity. You have the power to protect your nerves, strengthen your joints, and keep your mind razor sharp. Do not let your diet be a silent saboteur. Instead, let it be the foundation of your strength and the guardian of your independence as you navigate the beautiful years ahead. The journey to health after 60 is not about restriction, but about refinement. By making these strategic shifts, you are not just changing your meals. You are reclaiming your autonomy. You are choosing to walk with confidence, to see the world with clarity, and to engage with your loved ones with a sharp and present mind. This knowledge is a gift you give to your future self. Use it wisely. Share it with those you care about, and take pride in the fact that you are now eating with the precision of someone who values their health and their future. Your body has supported you for 6 decades. Now, it is time for you to support it back.